Welcome, welcome everyone. All right. So go ahead and find a seat. Don't get too comfy yet for meditation. I want to talk just a little bit first. And if you want to roll around on your back while I'm talking to you, please feel free to do that too. All right. We're going to just talk for a moment and then we're going to go into our meditation. For you guys here, I do have a towel for your eyes during Nidra. It has been a little bit windy, so that towel might be long enough that you can kind of tuck under your head. I have some sandbags on your stuff as well.
Yes, Mom.
All right. All right. So Yoga Nidra, most of you have practiced this and done this with me. I just want to say a couple words about Sankalpa today, because again, I ask you to plant that at the beginning and end of the practice. And the Sankalpa is a very important thing. And, you know, when we think about this year and everything we've gone through this year, you know, really and truly, this may be like one of the most important Sankalpas that you set in your life, right? We have the chance to, with a Sankalpa, set something that's very powerful. The word Sankalpa itself comes from two roots. The word Sa, which kind of means purest, highest, and coming from the heart, and kalpa, which I can never remember without looking it up. Kind of like kalpa meaning a rule, but a rule that is like followed more than any other rule. So you are deciding something coming deep from inside of you, from your heart, something that you're committing to. So it's not just that you do this and you expect all the energy of the Nidra to take care of it for you. Is I want you to think about it as something that you are also committing to putting your time and energy towards as well. And again, this being a year in which we've had all this crazy stuff and possibly looking at the next year as a fresh start, I want you to have the time before we go into the practice of Yoga Nidra to maybe think about that. A couple ways of thinking about a Nidra may be something that can further a life purpose. If you have something of that in your heart, spiritual aims, goals. It can also do with what may support you in having the life that you want, something that has to do with health or the financial means or things like that. But again, it's really in support of a higher aim that you're thinking about that in, not just, I want a Maserati.
No winning the lottery.
Not this, I want the lottery. And to also maybe meet some accomplishments you wish to do in service of some of those things as well. All right. So that is kind of what I want to say about Sankalpa. All right, now we're going to get ourselves a little bit grounded and ready for this. So go ahead and get into your comfortable meditation seat. Take a moment to just move anything that might need to get moved. Kind of find that nice alignment of hips and shoulders and head that feels right. Then as you're ready, either soften your gaze or close your eyes. And just take a couple breaths to really come into presence, to come into your awareness. Do your best in these first few breaths to now start to set aside all of the things that may have been already in your mind, in your body, before you came into this moment. And just become very present for your physical body right now, feeling and sensing that and knowing, as always, that you are able to take care of yourself, that you are here to do that very thing, at minimum for the next hour and a half. Take a moment to feel gratitude for the opportunity to do this practice today. And let's acknowledge all of those who may not have this opportunity that we do. Let us acknowledge right now and send blessings to all who have been affected this year in ways that have been difficult to have an easy life. And may we send the blessings that we have to share with all in the world right now. This is a time of year in which many different traditions have something about light that is part of their culture and tradition that they celebrate this time of year, the Festival of Lights, the Star of Bethlehem. And in the yoga tradition, we talk about the light as awareness or consciousness. So as part of your getting ready to enter into your practice, think about what is going to be your Sankalpa. Is it something that can bring more light to you, to others? If you have someone specific or a place in the world or an entity you'd like to dedicate your practice to, planting that seed right now as well. As you're ready then, let's go ahead and bring the palms together and thumbs to the heart. We're going to chant an Om in the Uchara manner today, which means resonating the Ah low in the body, the U sound at the heart, letting the nasal sound come up into the head and the silence arising beyond that afterwards. Exhaling together and inhaling. May we practice together in light and joy. Namaste. And when you're ready to open the eyes, open the eyes. If you're sitting cross-legged, go ahead and switch the cross of the legs. If you're sitting in a stable position where both legs are doing the same thing, you want to stay there, go ahead. We're just going to be here for a couple more minutes. Let's just go ahead and get a little movement in the spine. So maybe a little swaying side to side. Just getting a little light movement there. And as you're ready, maybe transitioning into kind of some circling with your spine, maybe just kind of feeling your upper body coming forward and back and coordinating this with your breath as it feels right to do so. Doing a few circles in one direction. And then as you're ready, pause and begin to take that in the other direction. And again, a few circles that way. And once you balance that up, coming back to center, let's just go ahead and open the side body a little bit. So one hand down, one hand comes up, and then bring it on over. On the side that you're going over to, planting that hand or your fingertips down to the ground and kind of drawing that towards your body, feeling the muscles on that side strengthen a little bit as the muscles on the opposite side open a little bit. And right here, if it feels right to do, you might want to bring that shoulder a little forward or a little back. Maybe turn and look up and down with your head, but only doing that if that feels comfortable. If you want, you can just hold it still. And when you're ready, inhale, come on back up and exhale that arm down. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So again, planting your hand that's coming down onto the ground, lifting up through the other. And again, using this hand or this arm to kind of draw towards you, activating the muscles on that side just a little bit as the other side opens. And again, on this side, if it feels comfortable to move the shoulders a little forward and back, or to turn the head and neck a little up and down, or simply hold. It's all good. What feels right for you? When you're ready again, coming up and exhaling back and down. All right, go ahead and send the legs out in front. Stretch them out. Spread your toes and bring them back together a couple times. Even if you're in socks, work against your socks. And then pointing the feet away and back towards you a few times. Couple ankle circles in each direction. Good. Just one leg at a time, bend the knee and then stretch it out, switching your legs. I get some really nice crick cracks out of my knees when I do this. Always makes me feel good. All right, then just a little windshield wipering of the knees side to side. If you want to go into the full one and actually do it without your arms, that's fine, or just keep your hands back here and move back and forth a little bit. Just a little motion in the hips. All right, from there, we're just going to come onto hands and knees just for a moment before we come up. So if you want to put something under the knees, put something under the knees. I know I give you guys 3 mats and a blankie.
It's like a camp out.
Yep. All right. So hands and knees, just start to take yourself into some cat and cow moves and doing this with your breath. And whichever way of breathing feels right for you. I'm not going to tell you to breathe in one way and breathe out in the other way. Find that for you, what your body wants you to do. All I want you to do is you do this a couple more times is start to feel that your movement starts from your tail and allow that to ripple all the way up your spine. Let the other movements start from the movement of your tail and let that ripple up your spine. Good. Coming back to neutral. And just make sure that you're not allowing your head to hang down. You're not hanging in your shoulders, but you're actually kind of lifting up, lightly lifting the back of the head so the back of your neck's in line with the rest of your spine, and just gently turn it to one side and the other. Hopefully this feels comfortable. Again, if it doesn't, then please don't do it. All right, let's work out a little bit of neck stuff. Good. All right, now we're going to sink it back into child's pose. And we're just going to be here to kind of feel your breath in your back body. And then on your inhale, come on up with your, and lift into that saggy cow. Exhale back into child's pose. Go back and forth with this a couple times. Inhale up. Moving at the pace of your breath. Now on or about the next time you come up into cow, curl your toes under and exhale up into just a first down dog, then inhale onto the knees, lifting through the chest and sit bone. And exhale back into that child's pose. So now you're moving back and forth between these 4 movements. Child's pose, to cow, to dog, back to cow, and back to child's pose. And doing that one more time. And the next time that you do that, you're going to end up in your down dog. And from that down dog, just take and bend one knee, stretch out the other leg, and then switch. Just do that a couple times. Walk in your dog. Just nice and easy. We don't really need to stretch your hamstrings too much. And then as you're ready, either walking your hands toward your feet or your feet toward your hands, come into kind of ragdoll or your flat spine forward bend. Grab onto your elbows and let your head relax and nod your head yes. And then nod your head no. Remembering that you are in control this whole time. I'm not going to hypnotize you in Yoga Nidra. You are the one that is guiding this. Now, as you're ready, just start to find your feet underneath your hips or closer together if that's right. Bend your knees a little bit more, and even if you can bring your stomach onto your knees, we're just going to start to swing the arms forward and back a couple times. Again, using your breath. And then as you're ready, come all the way up, lead up with those arms. Do a light back bend if that feels good. Go ahead then, and as your arms are up in the air, clasp your hands together and reach them up into the air and really root down into your feet. And it's okay, lift your shoulders up if you want to. You don't have to keep your shoulder blades down the back. Do what's right for your neck. Now rooting into both feet, exhale to one side, inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side, inhale back to center, and exhale, relax the arms down. And just do a couple nice big shoulder circles. All right, I'm just going to move the camera up just a little bit. And now, we're just going to do a few more things here while we're standing up. So the first thing I want you to do is just go ahead and let your arms really swing Let them swing as far back and forward as they want. Should feel nice and free and easy. Now we're going to begin every other swing to bend the elbows and bring the elbows back like that, and then return to a full swing. So it's a swing, bend the elbows, bring them back, a swing, and elbows back. As your elbows come back, you'll just feel your shoulder blades kind of connect a little bit more with your ribs. You might even feel your heart lift a little. Just do that once or twice more. Good. And now we're going to start to take the arms and kind of cross them over the body. And I want you to switch which arm is on top each time. So we're starting off low, and we'll gradually move up a little bit higher. But just getting this feeling of, again, feel now the shoulder blades spreading as your arms cross in front. And if that's feeling a little warm, kind of come up halfway between where you were and your shoulders. Again, alternating which arm comes on top. And now, again, if it's comfortable, coming up around shoulder height, a little higher, or maybe just a little lower than that. What feels comfortable for your body? Again, it should feel free and easy to do. So if it's not free and easy, then don't do it. Come down a little bit lower. And then gradually make your way back and down. All right, let your hands rest to the side, wiggle, wiggle a couple times. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little twisting. So if you notice, what I do is with this back leg, I come onto the toes and I allow my hips to come around as I'm twisting side to side. Just really allow. And the arms are swinging again. If that feels a little too much for your body, then keep your arms in like this. I like the sensation of my arms being out, so that's why I do it like this, but find what works for you. All right, and let that wind down a little bit now. And again, just let the arms shake out. Just go ahead and stretch out the fingers and the hands and shut them a couple times. All right. Good. And now the last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to kind of do a swinging. We warmed up just a little bit for this as we stood up. Again, I want you to be careful of making sure this is okay for you. Is an inhale kind of lifting you up and maybe a back bend, and an exhale really deeply folding and allowing your arms to do that swing and coming up and down a few times like that. All right. If that doesn't feel comfortable for your body, just kind of come down into your chair pose and just let your arms swing a little like this. All right. So finding which one of those varieties feels good. And maybe 3 more times, whichever version you're doing. And we're going to then end with our hands on our knees. It feels comfortable to have my knees at about hip width apart and my feet are slightly rotated out. That's what's comfortable for me in this position. Just notice if that's comfortable for you. If it's more comfortable to have your toes and knees facing forward, please do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a variation of Agni Sara, or breath of fire here. So what I want you to do is I want you to feel down, really ground down through your heel, your big toe mound, and your little toe mound on each foot. And what we're going to do is 1 foot at a time is we're going to gradually lift up the heel of that foot, but I want you to keep trying to imagine that heel is connected down through the earth. So we're going to start with the right foot. Really connect down through that right foot. And imagine the heel's going to stay connected. The big toe mound and little toe mound will. But you're going to start letting that heel lift up. We're pressing down a little bit with this hand. And all I want you to do is I want you to start feeling from the arch of that foot, this line of energy coming up through that leg, coming up through the inner thigh, coming up into the pelvic floor. Take a big inhale here. Exhale fully. Maintain that with your leg. Don't breathe in. Hold the chin in and down. Pelvic floor lifts. Now try to draw your diaphragm up and under the ribs. Holding this leg in this position, still feeling those arches lifting. 1 more breath. Exhale to release. Sorry, I shouldn't have said 1 more breath and come on up for a moment. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. No, we're holding the breath out. So if you want to lift up and just roll your wrists for a moment, go ahead and do that. We're going to do the same thing now on the left side. All right. So when you're ready, back into this position.
So
hands
the
are.
heel does not actually lift.
The heel does lift lightly,
Oh,
but you're
okay.
trying to imagine that it's
And
staying
you're
down.
pushing down with your hand.
Yes.
To
Yep.
resist.
A little bit.
And
Yep.
you imagine.
You're imagining the heel stays down even though you're lifting it up just slightly. The big toe down and the little toe mound stay down. All right. So we're going to move this now onto, start off first, grounding through both heels, big toe mounds, little toe mounds. Now we're going to maintain that on the right side, but the left side, the heel is just going to lift up just lightly. Big toe mound, little toe mound, stay down. But I want you to imagine that heel is still grounding down and you're just lifting now up through the arches of your left foot. And feel that energy starting to come up through the inside of your left leg into the pelvic floor and beyond. Take a big inhale. Maintain that. Exhale all the breath out and hold the breath out. Lift the pelvic floor, chin in and down. Diaphragm muscle comes up and under the ribs. Hold and observe. When you need to breathe back in, soften, allow your foot to come back down. Invite the breath back in, stand up, roll your wrists. All right. Come on down onto your back. I want you to, once you're on your back, do any additional movements. You may want to do a reclined twist. Anything else that you might want to do to get comfortable, and we're going then into Yoga Nidra. If for any reason you think you might need to go to the bathroom before this will be the time to do it so that you can enjoy all of the Yoga Nidra.
Keep me away from that.
All right, get yourself into your comfortable nest. Find all the supports that you might want or need, especially making sure that you've got a little comfortable cushioning underneath the back of the head. Do you want the big bolster under the knee?
Sure.
All right. Peter, you may want to scoot back down just another inch so that your head isn't actually off of the... Yeah, you've got about this much. You're good. All right. Okay. So allowing yourself the chance to get as comfy as possible. Get everything set up so that you have your comfortable position. All right. Is the fan going to bother you all? Is the noise of the fan going to bother you?
No.
Okay. All right. I have not seen or felt any bugs, but you never know. All right. And just so you all at home know, I'm going to do a screen share since you don't really need to watch me talking to you this whole time. All right. Now, with yourself in this nice and comfortable position, all I want you to do is find any last movements that your body may want you to do. Begin to find your feet perhaps hip width or slightly more apart. Begin to find that your arms are at a comfortable distance away from your body. If it's comfortable, the palms facing upwards. If not, find the right place. The one thing I don't suggest is having your hands resting on your body, is sometimes that contact of feeling your breath prevents you from going into a deeper layer. Feel the back of your head starting to snuggle down, the back of your shoulders, the back of your sacrum, your heels. Now just take a nice full breath down and into the legs. And with that exhale, say to yourself, legs relax. And feel your legs relaxing down into their support, the earth holding you in her cradle. Doing the same thing now with your pelvis and low back. A nice full breath into that area of your body and a deep exhale, saying pelvis, low back, relax. And feel again the snuggling down into your supports. Doing any last wiggles to make sure you're very comfortable there. Breathing now into all of the torso, the rib cage, and feeling a nice full exhale. And feeling the rib cage soften, muscles relaxing. The back of the rib cage snuggling down into the ground, held beautifully by Mother Earth, completely relaxing now. Inviting your breath now all the way through your arms, out into your hands and fingers, and a nice full exhale. Arms, hands, fingers, relax. Feeling the back of your arms softening down. Now inviting the breath into your shoulders, your neck and throat. That big full exhale, softening, relaxing the shoulders down. Feeling the front of the throat soften. The shoulders and neck completely supported by the earth. And now breathing into all of your head and asking everything of your head relax with the exhale. Jaw relaxing and softening. Tongue and lips, cheeks relaxing. Inviting your eyes to deepen down inside of the sockets and your forehead, temples, scalp, all relaxing. Become aware now of your body relaxing. And invite your body to deepen its relaxation breath by breath. Release the need to move. Let go of the need to monitor or to analyze. And simply start to come into this place of being and awareness. Become aware of the sounds that are far off in the distance. No analyzing needed, just simply hear sound to sound. Gradually bringing your awareness now to the sounds closer in, possibly outside of the room that you're in. And again, just simply hearing. No need to think about them or name them. And now awareness of the sounds that are close by you. Now imagine that you're surrounded by a circle of sounds. The sounds are all around the outside of the circle. And you are now in the center of the circle. You are in the center of the circle, and the sounds are outside of the circle. You're completely unaffected by sound. You'll continue to hear my voice, and you'll continue to feel and to be aware. You will not sleep. You'll be practicing Yoga Nidra. And the practice begins now. Just be aware of your sense of relaxation, your breath, and be aware of the ability to observe without being involved. It is now time to plant the seeds of your Sankalpa, your intention that comes from the heart and that you commit to following through on. Find the statement of this that you can commit to and say it silently to yourself 3 times with care and feeling. Be mindful of the words. As we come back to this at the end of the practice, I'll ask you to say it in the same words. Please plant your Sankalpa now. We're now going to begin to move your awareness around the body. Become aware of the different parts of the body as I name them. Allow your awareness to go freely from place to place, just simply bringing awareness there without movement. We begin with the right hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, right thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, the right toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The left hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, left thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, the space between the lips, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, right thigh, left thigh, right knee, left knee, right shin, left shin, right ankle, left ankle, right toes, left toes, the right sole of the foot, the left sole of the foot, the right heel, left heel, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, right gluteals, left gluteals, right hip, left hip, whole spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, the top of the head, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, the whole of the head, the whole of the back, the whole of the front, the right leg and the left arm, the left leg and the right arm, the lower part of the body from the navel down, from the navel up, the left half of the body, the right half of the body, the back side of the whole body, the front side of the whole body. Now be aware of the space between the back and front body. Continue to relax deeper and deeper while remaining aware. The body is sleeping. The mind is sleeping. You remain in awareness. Awareness of your breath that is relaxed with no effort. Your natural breath. You are now going to move your awareness with your breath. There is no need to try or to breathe deeper than your natural breath. You will just simply follow with awareness your breath. You will move your awareness from the crown of your head down to your soles of your feet on your exhale. On your inhale, the breath will move from the soles of the feet back up to the crown of your head. As it comes down through the crown of your head, it comes through the central channel just in front of the spine. Then it separates into the legs all the way down to the feet. As you inhale, it comes back up through the legs, rejoins in the center to go back and up to the crown of the head. This is the pattern now to follow with your awareness 10 times. Exhaling from the crown of the head down to the soles of the feet. Inhaling, soles of the feet back to the crown of the head. 10 times in total. It's okay if you do a few less or a few more. We're now moving with the same awareness from the crown to the ankles back to the crown. Beginning with exhaling now from the crown to the ankles. Inhaling, ankles to crown. 10 times. Remember, you're not trying. You're simply allowing your awareness to travel with your breath. Now traveling with your exhale from the crown to the knees. Inhale, knees to the crown. 10 times. maintaining the ease of your natural breath. Now exhaling from the crown to the pelvic floor, inhaling pelvic floor to crown. Again, 10 or so times. Well, now take your breath and awareness from the crown of the head, exhaling down to the end of the spine, and back and up with the inhale to the crown of the head, only 5 times now. Exhaling down to the base of the spine, inhaling back and up through the central channel. Next, the breath will travel from the crown to the navel center. Inhaling back and up to the crown 5 times. The breath now moves from the crown on the exhale down to the heart center. Inhaling back and up to the crown 5 times. The breath then moves from the crown, exhaling down to the throat center and back and up 5 times. Continuing to follow with your awareness. Crown to throat, throat to crown. Now the breath moves from the crown to the midbrain, back behind the eyebrow center. 5 times. And in this next one, the breath begins up above the crown of the head and exhales down to the tip of the nose. Inhaling through the center of the nose, through the flesh, all the way back and up, through the midbrain, out and beyond the crown of the head. Please do this 25 times. Continue awareness of breath from above the crown of the head to the tip of the nose. Tip of the nose to the crown of the head. In this next stage, we're now going to walk backward in time. Recall the moment you went to sleep last night. From the moment you went to sleep last night, walk backwards a half an hour earlier, remembering what you were doing, thinking, and feeling during that half hour before you went to sleep. Remain in this restful place. Simply allow your awareness travel back. Then when you have seen yourself in that half hour, go back another 30 minutes in time. Be the observer of what you were doing, thinking, and feeling. Once again, travel back another 30 minutes before, observing yourself without judgment. What were you doing, thinking, and feeling? Continue in half-hour blocks until the time you woke up yesterday. Continue to walk back in time, observing. Please continue watching the dream of the past. Be the witness of it. Eventually see yourself at the moment you woke up. Be the witness. No judgment. Releasing now the dream of the past. And return to just the awareness of your effortless breath. Awareness of the presence of a sleeping body, a sleeping mind. Simply awareness. Now moving that awareness to the space called Chitakasha. This may feel as though it's the place just behind your forehead. It may seem as though it's just in front of the forehead. Either place, watch in this vast dark space. Chitakasha is the space where unconsciousness unfolds. There is no trying to see anything. Simply relax right now into awareness of this space. Darkness as far as you can see. As if a gigantic screen is there. At first, the space of Chitakasha may appear as black emptiness. As you continue to relax deeper into awareness, without trying, you will see lights or shapes or images come to life. Where you can experience unconsciousness, subconsciousness unfolding. Simply watch as the witness. Whatever comes or doesn't come, just watch. See what the mind unfolds. Simply relax as you reach for less and less. Subconscious will unfold. No trying. Relax and be aware. Now clear that space. Become mindful of the one who was watching, aware of the witness. Approach the witness and ask for guidance specific to this moment, time, and place. What guidance would it provide to you that would be helpful or meaningful right now? Relax and trust. No effort. Release any effort and return just to spacious awareness. See and feel your body surrounded by golden light. Golden light about 1 arm's width all around you. Surrender into the soft golden light. An egg of golden light all around you. Release and surrender into this soft light. It's now time to return to your Sankalpa, that purest, heartfelt intention you created at the beginning of the practice. Please now once again affirm that silently to yourself 3 times with the same words and the same feeling. Now allow yourself to feel this soft point of light above the crown of your head. And allow this point of light to now come down through the crown, through the center of your brain, through the throat center, the heart center, the navel center, between the navel and the pubic bone, the tip of the tail, the pelvic floor, down through the hips, the knees, the ankles, and to the soles of your feet. Begin to be lightly aware of the circle of sound around you. aware of the movement of your body with your breath. Become aware of the feeling of your body lying on the floor. And begin to picture once again the room that you're in. Allow yourself in the next few moments to become more and more aware of the outer world around you. The sense of your body here on the floor. And as you're ready, gently beginning to wiggle fingers and toes. Rolling wrists and ankles. Starting to stretch and move just lightly. And when you're ready, coming over and onto your most comfortable side to take a few breaths. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Take your time to please come back fully. There's no rush. Once you've been on your side for a little while and you're ready to gently come up, let your arms help you come up, keeping your eyes soft or closed. Gradually coming up into a comfortable seat where we'll be for just a couple minutes. As you come up with those softer closed eyes, and as you start to take your seat, you may want to take and rub your hands over your body just to help yourself come back. Or to warm your hands together and then cup them in front of your eyes. Give your head a light massage. All of these things will help you come back into this feeling of having your body with you once again. If you're ready for that. When you are ready, just allow your arms to be comfortable and to join your thumbs and index fingers together in the Chin Mudra, the mudra of consciousness. This practice can sometimes bring us to a deep level of awareness. Whatever it is that came to you, know it is yours. There is nothing that didn't come to you that you need right now. May we walk into the end of this year and the beginning of the next with consciousness, with awareness, with this beautiful Sankalpa, with the intent that it may bring about a better world for us all. May we find peace, health, and joy along the way. Bringing now your palms together in front of the heart, bowing to honor you and all that you experience. May we find and feel the blessings of that every moment. We'll close our practice together as we began with a single chant of Om in the same manner. Exhaling together and inhaling. Namaste. Thank you for your practice. Thank you. Thank you all at home, and Merry Christmas. Ah.